We're taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series from the Bumblebee movie, Deluxe Class Brawn. Now, the figure is part of the first wave of these new Bumblebee movie Studio Series figures, and I don't know about you guys, but I am getting this pug-sized Juggernaut vibe to him. The unstoppable Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut! It's probably because of that helmet. I don't know. I think they went a little bit overboard with the design of this figure, but the colors seem to be correct. I mean, you've got this G1 colors of the army green. You've got a little bit of mustard yellow. You got some grays, gunmetal gray on the helmet. It looks like Brawn color-wise, but the silhouette and that helmet, I think they might have did a little bit too much on that one. He does come with a huge blaster and a drill bit. Overall, when you first look at this figure, it does seem to be very accurate to the concept art, to the scenes that we saw him. It's kind of like a blink you miss it kind of scene. Everything was so fast in the first few minutes of the Bumblebee movie, but this is Brawn, and I think Hasbro and Takara Tomy did a wonderful job in capturing the essence of the Knightverse or Travis Knight universe of Transformers, particularly this character, Brawn. Let's take a look at his details. So the figure has these fantastic colors. Very nice, very vibrant. Really makes the figure pop. You got an Autobot logo right there. Here's a close-up look at that head sculpt. Yeah, Juggernaut head sculpt. Yep. Got a nice little torso right here. Forearms, some boots, some work boots. Very cool. Articulation for the figure. The neck is on a swivel. Got a waist swivel. You got a ball jointed shoulder, double jointed elbows. You got the hips. You can do this. It's a little bit go in and out. Can't really do the splits because of the wheels. And do forward and backward. It's got a thigh swivel. Hinge knees, about 100 degrees. Bend, and then the toes can move up and down, and of course the rocker tilt. The gun will fit in either hand and can be stored on the back, as I've shown earlier. The drill bit, you can, I guess you can, if you don't want to use it, you can store it on the back like that. But it's cool if he's got like a drill gun, like big huge blaster. He is a demolitions expert after all. From G1, so he'll demolish things. Very cool. Okay, now if you do want a reference as to his size, let me show you Brawn. This is a Legends class Titans Return Brawn. So he's not entirely that small, as small as a Legends class figure, but he's still pretty squat. Let me bring in a small deluxe class figure. This is the Netflix Bumblebee, or Earthrise Bumblebee. So yeah, he's slightly bigger than that. And for the movie verse, we've got, let me show off Bumblebee. So he's not as tall as Bumblebee. Now this Bumblebee, in my opinion, I think was pretty small already. So he's shorter than that, but still taller than a small size deluxe class figure, definitely taller than a Legends class figure. I've been trying to figure it out, but the silhouette kind of reminds me, it kind of looked so familiar to me. I thought it was from some other Transformers movie, but if you look at it a little bit longer than usual, it kind of grows on you, but the silhouette kind of feels like he's a super battle droid from Star Wars. Destroy the Jedi. And then he resets by doing this. I don't know. It could just be me. I'm just being weird and all that. But doesn't he look like a super battle droid if you position him this way? Other than the Juggernaut. So if the Juggernaut had a baby with a super battle droid, it would be this guy, Brawn. And now for the transformation, get rid of the weapons for the time being. It's somewhat involved, amazingly. Again, a small figure that has a very involved transformation. Put the arms this way. Okay. Then the elbows, you're going to position it this way. Okay. Okay, and then this back panel right here, you are going to untab that entire section. Be very careful because there are these thin peg-like structures right there that I'm afraid that over the years those things are going to become brittle and break. So they're sort of like a guide to transforming him back into robot mode and as fillers in alt mode. So just be very careful with those. Okay, go ahead and pull that entire backpack right there. The head is going to stay just underneath the collar piece. Okay, so the wheels are going to pop out like that. The arms are going to fold in this way. You got those pegs right there. You're going to peg in those forearms right there. So it helps if you position the arms this way and get them ready to be transformed. And it'll fit nicely. Okay, now the feet. Rotate the waist. The feet are going to fold like this. The knees or the shins are going to rotate all the way like this. I thought this was nice. This is probably the best part of the transformation for me. Oh, just rotate like that. And then the toes are going to tab onto the back of the thighs. Okay. And then you want to rotate that thigh assembly just like that. Rotate at the thighs. And then you're going to flip that entire leg assembly all the way up like that. Now this is kind of tricky. There's a peg right there. You're going to tab onto that slot right there. And then the slots right here on the wheels are going to, this peg is going to slot into them. There's a tiny peg right there that's going to slot into this notch right here. So it's a lot of things going on for just one step. So peg in that one first. And then slide the, I guess, the kneecaps or the shins, back of the shins on that wheel, okay? And again, I feel like sooner or later, those tabs are going to break and because they become brittle and whatnot. So, okay, just make sure they're locked in place. Okay, like that. The weapon can come in here. I'll show off where this thing goes in a little while, but let me just get rid of the weapons for the time being, and there you go. And most reviewers will miss this, but he actually transforms into a Cybertronian toilet. He is a mobile potty porter, mobile toilet. And the way it works is if you have another figure, position him this way, ready to receive the trash, and you just slide that figure right there, okay, and let him do his business. Wait, he comes back, and after he's eaten so much energon, he has to dispose of his waste. Like Ratchet's been very busy to hold in, like, okay, and then flush. This is the mechanism where the closet for the flush is. He just needs to go ahead and flush. And then he goes off and disposes that. I don't know. It does look like a toilet, okay? You can't blame me for assuming it is a toilet. But yeah, he's supposed to be like his, I guess, his G1 counterpart. His G1 counterpart was sort of like an off-road vehicle, 4x4, sort of mini SUV pickup or something. Like if you remove this part right here, it kind of feels like it's a pickup, and this is like a Cybertronian version of a pickup truck. So yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch, and I don't know. It feels like something from Lego, like a space mobile from Lego, and it's so far away. It's so far from how I would assume. It's easy to make a Cybertronian version of this. Like, I don't know, put a little bit of flair here and extend this and all that. But they went with the toilet design. So, okay, well done, Travis. Well done. I don't think it's Travis Knight's fault. He was never transformed into vehicle mode in the movie. So I guess it's the Hasbro and Takara Tomy team. And yeah. Okay, so this is a drill bit. And the way to do it is you plug it in right here. And out comes the drill. And I don't know, most people are, at least most reviewers are saying that this is like a potential attack weapon for Decepticons to just chop off their feet. But really, this is a very deep G1 cut. It's a deep cut to an Easter egg in G1. If you remember that episode in G1, if I remember correctly, it was War of the Dinobots. There was a scene that Brawn, together with a few other Autobots, and you see Cliffjumper right there, they were digging a tunnel underneath the Decepticon headquarters. And the reason they did that was because Spike's dad, Sparkplug, was captured by the Decepticons, and it was a rescue mission, and therefore they had to drill underneath the Decepticon base, and leading the charge was Mr. Macho himself, Brawn, with this drill. It's you know, the old G1 toy never had that drill. If we do get a Masterpiece figure, I'm pretty sure Hasbro is going to put that in. But that drill, that's sort of like the deep cut Easter egg for this particular weapon. And if you remember that episode, they try and rescue a Sparkplug, but he was under the control, the mind chip of, what's that, Dr. Archival's mind chip or something, mind control chip or something like that. And yeah, it was a fun show. It was a fun episode and all that. So yeah, this is the alt mode, and I think that's what the drill bit, I think that's where they got that whole idea for the drill bit. But yep, other than that, he's a space toilet, Cybertronian toilet in my opinion, but very compact. Not the best alt mode out there, but he does roll very nicely. So yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool. And so some final thoughts on Studio Series Bumblebee movie Brawn. I think it's a pretty cool figure. It's very accurate to the CGI renders. The transformation is a little tricky, but I think Hasbro and Takara Tomy kind of nailed this figure. I mean, for all intents and purposes, he could really transform into that toilet or that space mini truck or whatever. But the robot mode is fantastic. I think they did a wonderful job on it. The colors are great. Articulation is pretty cool. The accessories, especially that Easter egg of an accessory, the drill bit, I thought was pretty cool, pretty amazing. The figure is going to get a 9 out of 10 for me. It is a definite welcome addition to the Nightverse Studio Series figures if you're really into this and you're collecting it. If you're not into the movie figures, then you better save your money for the Generations figures, the Legacy figures that are coming up. But if you are into the movies, especially the Bumblebee movie, you've got to pick up this figure. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this new Studio Series Bumblebee movie Deluxe Class Brawn. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.